Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Blake? What? Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Aaron.
Aaron is here, everyone, for SPTV Late Night Edition, where every night is a great night. Not to be in a cult. It's late. It's much later than I would normally go live, but I wanted to get this one checked off the list because there is so much more happening the rest of the week. Guys, Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, has unfortunately been captured by two of the most notorious Scientologists. And I got to tell you, this is very coincidentally timely. I don't know if I use those two words correctly together. One of the notorious Scientologists who now has their hooks into Cesar Millan is the brother of the ex-Scientologist I interviewed yesterday. So yesterday, I interviewed Francisco Suarez. I'll show you this. This is the thumbnail from our interview. The truth about Frank Suarez. Frank Suarez is Francisco's father. Frank Suarez is also the father of the person we're talking about today, Manuel Suarez. Manuel is on the left. Tom Cumins is the Scientologist on the right. And Cesar Millan is the guy in the middle. You guys, I'm sure you all know him. So I'm going to read you this post, but I want to show you. Look at Tom Cumins here. Look at the jacket that he's wearing. Now, Tom Cumins has donated well over $150 million to Scientology. But look at this jacket. It says Elite FSM. So in Scientology, Elite FSM stands for Elite Field Staff Member. A field staff member is a public Scientologist who makes money bringing new people into Scientology. Now, there's a little bit of a loophole where you can also become someone's field staff member, even if they're already a Scientologist. So every Scientologist is allowed to have an FSM. And whereas the most common understanding of what an FSM is in Scientology is it is the person who got you into Scientology. If for whatever reason you fall out of contact with that person who got you into Scientology, or you're no longer friends, and that person is no longer like being your personal coach and cheerleader and mentor, encouraging you to keep doing your next steps in Scientology, you can have any other Scientologist, any other Scientologist become your FSM. All right. Now, this phrase, Elite FSM, what does that mean? That is an award given to a Scientologist who gets, I believe this is correct, 1,000 people in a 1-year period, either into Scientology, taking their first step, or someone who's already in Scientology and you're getting them to take their next step. So the reason I'm calling out what this jacket means and that Tom is wearing it in this photo with Cesar is because I can already hear maybe some people going, hey, what's the big deal that they're Scientologists? What is the big deal? That's their personal life. That's their private life. What does that have to do with their business life? For someone like Tom Cumins, who is literally one of the largest financial donors to Scientology in the world, there really is no separation between business and personal. There really isn't. And the fact that this is the jacket that a guy who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars just wears around in life, his Scientology award jacket, the award jacket he got specifically for bringing people into Scientology. And here he is wearing the jacket in a photo with a world famous celebrity. I'm just saying it's a little on the nose, Tom. Okay, so let me zoom out on this and I'll just read to you what they are announcing. Manuel Suarez says, as of today, our team at AGM Marketing has taken on the incredible responsibility of helping the one and only Cesar Millan, the original host of the Dog Whisperer show, spread his powerful message of trust, respect, and love to the world. This is going to be an amazing ride. Cesar is already a legend, and now we're going to help him reach billions across social media platforms every single month. Through his content, he's not just going to help you train your dogs. He's going to help all of us become better humans. That's the heart of his message. Better human, better dog. Helping spiritual giants with larger than life purpose like Cesar Millan is one of the greatest honors of my life. Follow him across every platform. He's truly one of a kind. Like I say in my book, Marketing Magic, he's a content unicorn. with Cesar Millan and Tom Cumins. Now, when you go to the website for AGM Marketing, you really do not see, here, I guess I'll pull it up here. You really do not see any mention of Tom Cumins at all. I have been told by people personally familiar with the matter that their understanding is that Tom Cumins is an investor in the business. He doesn't actually work in the business. Tom Cumins has has several of his own businesses that make him all of his money. He sure isn't working. He sure isn't moonlighting at a social media marketing company, which is what AGM stands for. AGM stands for Attention Grabbing Media, and its offices are just a stone's throw from where I live in Clearwater, Florida. Okay, so because we're talking about Manuel Suarez, because he just happens to be the brother of Francisco Suarez and the son of Frank Suarez, I wanted to use it as an opportunity to put Manuel's announcement to some better use and remind everybody that not only did we watch, can you guys watch this interview with Francisco Suarez about his father Frank? And I encourage you all to do so, because Frank Suarez is a very famous figure in Puerto Rico and throughout the Spanish-speaking world. And he was quite secretive about the fact that he was a Scientologist. And because he was secretive about that, most of the people around the world who were fans and followers of Frank Suarez do not know the role that Scientology played in Frank's death. Frank was an OT8 Scientologist. He dedicated pretty much all of his life, the vast majority of his money, turned all of his family over to Scientology. And Scientology drove Frank Suarez to a psychotic break. And they held him under watch and in confinement on the Scientology ship, the Freewinds organization, for 6 months until they decided there was nothing they could do for him. And Scientology would rather have a Scientologist die than turn them over to mental health professionals. And they knew that Frank Suarez was a threat to himself. He told them he was a threat to himself. And when they, I'll say allegedly, when they and Frank's Scientology family made sure that all of his legal and business affairs were in order so that things would flow without complication to his Scientologist children, they left him to his own devices, where he jumped off the 9th floor of a building in Puerto Rico to his death. And people have, for the most part, no idea the role that Scientology played in driving Frank Suarez insane and allowing him to die. So not only can you watch the interview that I did yesterday with Francisco, but I also want to show you the book that Francisco has just released called The Halfway Bridge. The Halfway Bridge, Frank Suarez and the Struggle Behind His Success, Memoirs of His Eldest Son. The book is phenomenal. I've already read it, and I recommend that you do as well. Okay, is there anything else I wanted to say about this? No, that's it, guys. It's late. Just wanted to share this news with you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe